Hello everybody, this is Tech here. Hey, the server's restarting and we're going to show this thing off. Might get another person in here with me in a moment. Once it connects, we can show off the mod. So this is going to demonstrate how to go about playing the mod is the idea of this one. And also have some fun play, right? Okay, so when you first join the server, you're presented with this where you can choose teams. Now, you can choose a team and then ready. Once everyone on the server is ready, this start button becomes enabled. Ideally, you wouldn't want to click start until everyone that's going to play in the match has joined and chosen the team, right? So that's why we do this mechanic where everyone has to ready first. Let me ask him if he can do voice. So I can explain. Ah, okay. Okay, so if I talk, you can hear and understand. I assume you can, because I know several Germans, and they know English just as well as I do. Okay. Cool, man. Okay, so you're going to have a little bit of stream lag, right? So it'll be a little bit of delay. But this here is so that everyone can get connected to the server. That's what the point of this lobby. The menu that we have up right now, if you were to close it out, can be brought up again by the Y key on your keyboard. That's the default key binding for the menu in the game. So you can close out, go back into it, whatever. The spectate button down there in the bottom left is there so that you can check out the world, right? You can go through, see what's going on, see where the various resource nodes are. So if you come over here to any of the four corners of this specific map, we have several different maps. But in this map, you see there's oak logs. Those oak logs are where you put the lumber mills. That's how you get wood. The diamond ore is where you get diamonds with a diamond mine. The iron is where you get iron, stone is where you get stone, gold's where you get gold, and so on, right? And then there's farms, which give you food. The farms can only be placed down on grass, okay? So I'm gonna head back to the center. How many lumberjacks can be placed there? So they're gonna have a bounding box that you'll show. So let's go back to the center and get close to the ground, hit Y, go back into survival, so that you can actually play the game then. Because this will let you spectate a game, right? That's the other use of that button. So I'll wait for you here in the center, and then we can ready up and actually start the game. I know there's a delay. Okay, so I'm going to ready up. Go blue, ready, and hit start. So you've got a bunch of stuff in your inventory now, right? So the town hall can be placed anywhere. Let's just play this as a demonstration or teaching thing. So if you want to come with me, we'll build in the same area, even though you shouldn't, right? In a normal match, you wouldn't want to do that. So you can see a bounding box when you look at the ground. That shows you the size of your building and whether or not, it's fine. Whether or not you can place it there is determined by the color of that box. So if it's a white box, you're good, you can place it there, there's nothing in the way, it's the right type of block to place it on. If I get closer to your town hall, it turns into a red box. That indicates that I can't place it there because there's something in the way. So that's how the town hall works. It'll be red or white because you can place it on anything. For red is no, white is yeah, yellow, right. Yellow is the wrong type of block is what that means, right? So if you try and place a lumber mill on grass, it's not going to work. You are first, Fusion. So that's how you know if it's the right type of block. And these bounding boxes determine how many you can kind of fit in there. And in a given resource node, you have to click wood on a lumber or a oak log. You have to click the other ores on the ore or stone. So So your objective is to try and defend your town hall, that building that you place down. If I place down mine, you'll see that it's going to have different appearance because I'm on team blue. We could attack each other with our swords. We could attack these targets with our swords. I am strongly in favor of disabling that by default and making it a config option if players should be able to attack these target blocks, because as these take damage, it damages your structure. When enough of these, well, in this case, when all of these have been destroyed or killed, because these are entities in the world. Yeah. So if all of these were destroyed, my town hall would start to take damage. You'd actually visually see it in the structure itself and fall into crumbled state or rubble state at the end when it's fully destroyed. So that's how you can kind of see how much health your building has, right? Now if you were to hit Y to bring up the menu again, it's going to default you to the economy tab or the eco tab. This is how you build your resources across the top of the screen. The numbers that are underneath each of the different resources, so food, lumber, stone, indicate how much it is to buy that particular farm in this case, right? So 0 food, 15 logs, 5 stone. Your resources for your team, which is shared across anyone else that's on your team, is displayed at the top of the screen. So if I buy a farm, I can then place the farm down. Again, it has target blocks so the enemy can come kill your resource gathering structures. Okay. So that's how resources work. Typically, you would go through in a normal game, place farms, lumberyards, stone, everything. Then the second tab is troop production buildings. Three buildings are on there. There's a barracks, stables, or barracks, archery range, and stables. The bottom two, the archery range and stables, have a lock icon on them. That means that you don't have the research to be able to place those down yet. We'll get to research in a minute, but the barracks you can click on and it'll give you a barracks building. Barracks building is like the town hall. It only needs space and you can place it. Now, when you place this, it doesn't have any troops that come out of it by default. If you want to recruit troops, you go to the diamond helmet tab, the recruit troops tab, and you'll see that most of the troop types are locked. Again, you need research, but minions, the one with a stick on it right now, is unlocked by default so that you can defend yourself effectively. So if you click on minion, and 10 seconds later, well, okay, the block tries every 10 seconds. It goes out and spits out a troop. And he is going to automatically aggro against your buildings because they're so close, right? When you have a troop in the world, let me recruit another one. You can right-click on him to select him. A glowing effect will be around him. And you can issue move commands with your 2 wands. There's a retreat scepter, which will tell him to ignore anything in the area that he would want to normally target. He's going to try and target you. And just go to where you say. The other golden one, the command scepter, is an attack move command. So it says go to this area and you are free to target and attack anything in the area that you would like. Okay? Now, as we were building the mod, it quickly became apparent that this is going to be large numbers of troops that we would want to produce, right? So I can buy 15 minions all at once if I wanted to, and having to right-click on each of those troops to select them is tedious. So to combat that, we started creating different methods to select units. So if you were to be in the area around your troops, a large number of them, and hit the H key by default, it selects all troops of your team in the area for like a 32 block radius around you. I'll try and get this guys to move away for you. So that's how you can quickly grab a bunch of troops and issue commands to them. And I'll also turn off my block here. Stop spitting on me, guys. Okay, get those guys over there. Go. That's kind of the very, very basics of this mod, right? If we were to go further, there's a miscellaneous buildings where you can, once you've researched them, build walls, wall towers. It says wall tower. There's supposed to be something different. It's supposed to be wall steps. Gate, watchtowers, research centers, and armories. The research tab is where you tell it, I want to start researching this thing. So we could research archery, for example, and once we have enough resources, of course. And that just tells it which research you're going for. The thing that actually does the research for you is the research center. So again, the mods is a work in progress, so all researches right now require the same amount of research effort or work effort. So it's 100 units of research basically, right? And each research center you place down in the world every 10 seconds does 1 work unit of research. So if you had 10 research centers down in the world, they would do 10 research units every 10 seconds. So what that translates to is place down more than 1 because it'll double your speed of research, right? And once you have the research unlocked, then you can go back to the various screens and the lock icon on those things to buy will be removed and you can purchase them then. Okay, so if we had something like pikemen, which also come out of the barracks, or knights or advanced knights unlocked, we could tell it, the system, I want to recruit a minion, a knight, and a pikeman in that order. And it would start recruiting them from each of your barracks. All of your barracks work together against the queue, basically. And that queue is displayed in the bottom left corner. So you probably see on my screen right now, because I turned off my barracks, there's 2 minions in my queue. So they would, if this was on, 2 of them would come out. If I had 2 barracks, they would both be working towards that queue. Thank you. It's taken a lot of playtesting to get it to a point where it starts to feel like actually playing an RTS, and that is our goal, right? It is Minecraft still. You can still run around and do things. It's not a top-down view, but being able to quickly tell all of your barracks wherever they are, please build this for me, is critical for an RTS, right? You don't want to have to run to each of them and say, oh, I want you to build this, and you to build this, and you to build this. Anything's nice. So you talking about the blocks? Yeah, it's really made it so that it feels like you're interacting with the world, right? By having those be a thing. That queue down there on the very last tab of the screen, the team options one, has a mode that you can set each of the various queues. So there's 4 different queues right now: barracks, archery range, stables, and siege workshop. You can toggle on and off in infinite mode, which basically says, I want you to work through the queue that you've gotten, and every time you build one of the units, add it back to the end of the queue. So that scenario I was saying where we build 1 minion, 1 knight, 1 pikeman, once it builds the minion, that pikeman gets added to the end of the queue. It builds the knight, that knight gets added to the end of the queue. Then it builds the pikeman gets added to the end of the queue. And it just keeps repeating it forever until you run out of resources to buy that, because it is actively buying the troops for you. So if I ran out of gold, for example, it wouldn't be able to buy the knight for me, so that would drop out of the queue, and the rest of the queue would keep going as long as I had the resources for everything else. So you'll always have troops spitting out as long as your resources don't run out to be able to buy them. That's an important thing when you mount an attack and don't want to have to stop in the middle of an attack, go in there and spam click a button to buy more troops so that when you come back to your base, you can mount another attack. Yeah, go for it, man. Do whatever. This is just a test anyway. Okay. I don't know how much stream delay there's. So what you're seeing right now is its rubbled state. This will stick around for about 30 seconds just to show this thing was destroyed, and then this whole area will automatically clear so that another building can be placed there if you'd like. So we wait around 30 seconds, it's going to destroy. It feels longer than what it actually is during a match, just because we're sitting here watching. There you go. And now you can place another thing there. So we've had... Thank you. We've had matches with hundreds of troops fighting hundreds of troops. We're trying to work through all the edge cases where they can cause lag, but it actually runs surprisingly well. I'm very happy with where it's at right now. The largest number of troops that I've had on my server right now is 1,200 troops. At that number on the server completely across all teams, it does lag, right? We might end up introducing a concept of like a house system where you have to have population caps, basically, so that it doesn't create lag. Yeah, so all of these resource cost of everything, hey Gazer, the buildings, the troops, everything is all based on configs. The production rates of all of the resource gathering is based on configs. So if someone were to set up a server and didn't like our defaults, they can change it to whatever they want. I didn't want to say that we're the perfect balancers of this or have all of the ideas to make it a fun game. I wanted to allow whoever's setting up the server to do that. What else? Oh, you used to talk about control groups. So looks like all my guys are dead over there. So I'm going to use the iron wand, which is called a rally point tool. So in most RTSs, you can go to your barracks or your troop production thing and tell it, I don't want you to spit out at this location. I want you to come out and go to a different spot. So that's what I'm going to do right now. We might need to kill your stuff just to prevent my troops. Oh, hey, let's do it this way. I'll buy a barracks. I'll place it down somewhere else. That way they don't automatically attack your stuff. And you can kill my barracks that's over there because they're going to spit out over there too. Okay. Kill my barracks. So when the barracks destroys, it has like a bunch of carpet it puts in the ground to look like a tent that's been knocked over. Oh, it's off. That's a bug. We'll turn back on. There we go. When they're off, they don't change their state, but they don't work either. Okay, so that's destroyed now, so we're not going to get anything coming out of it. If we come over to my other barracks here, you might need to stay back a little bit, but you can see it's spitting out troops, and they're all running to where I'm standing, if you can see me. That's because that's the default rally point. Wherever you click to place the building down is where the rally point for that building will be. If I wanted to change the rally point, though, I can right-click on the block, go out somewhere in the world, say over here, and right-click the ground. And now any future troops that come out of that building should rally point to there. If I've not made a bug with the last change I made. We'll see. Yeah, so he's coming out of his barracks and running to that spot that I placed. I told him to. So that's a good feature because we found that if we put down, say, 10 barracks, we have to run around and try and collect all the troops to form attack, right? So now we have a way of setting a common location for them all to walk to. And on that topic, if I buy yet another barracks and place it down, I also added an option where I can say, set a rally point for multiple buildings at a time of the same type. So I can set rally points for all of my barracks at the same time using the similar method where I right click on the barracks, go to where I want them to appear in the world or run to in the world, hold down shift and right click the ground. We did have to set a limit of 32 blocks for that because we found that because it sets all barracks on your team originally, the ones on the opposite side of the map would also set a rally point there, and they would try and travel across the whole map and get stuck on terrain and things like that. So in order to prevent lag, we've limited that command for all of a type to 32 blocks. So you need to be fairly close to your barracks, but it lets you set up 10, 15 barracks and have them all go to one spot so that you can use your H key to select them and then mount an attack. When you have multiple units selected like I do right now, you'll see that they line up in formation. So a nice, neat order to them instead of just all standing in one block. And it helps with just looking cooler and pathfinding and stuff. Doing it that way. Any questions? Sure, I'm forgetting something to say. Cool. Bye, Gazer. So right now they're just automatically doing this, right? I'm not telling them to do anything. If I wanted to, I could tell them to attack a specific block or minion with the attack or command scepter. Nope, go this way. You need to go further. Leave him be for now. Hi, Gabriel.
Hello.
Yeah, so good question. It will always be at your town hall wherever you place your town hall. Where you spawn. Oh, and I didn't say it, but thank you for the silver. That was my first Reddit award. Someone in the game with me.
Okay.
He's watching the stream. Yeah, he's watching me on the stream.
Oh, cool. Showing him around the mod.
Yep. Just going over the basics. At this point, you basically know how to play the whole thing. I think. Oh, okay. One other thing. So there's a concept of a armory in this. Gotcha. I'll answer the emerald question in a second. So the armory, once you've researched that unlocks a building and some troop types. So the knight. You can't recruit knights unless you have an armory down in the world. So emeralds are not a resource that we will use for gathering from the world. Instead, there's a marketplace research that you'll have to unlock. And what that'll be for is like the market in Age of Empires. If you've ever played that games, where I have an excess or surplus of food, but I'm low on gold. I then take... Cool, so you just won the game by destroying my town hall. So I'm in spectator mode, that's automatic. And that's your goal, right? You would do that for everyone. Yes, Pro Red, it's on the Feed the Beast Reddit right now. It's how we got some new people on the Discord today, I think. So the Emerald concept is basically your currency that you can exchange for other resources in the market. So I have a surplus of food, I need gold, I sell my food in the marketplace for emeralds, and then I use those emeralds to purchase gold. Right? That's what it's about. And it's going to be a global marketplace where you buying gold drives the cost of gold up, so that drives the cost of gold up for you and for me. So you can kind of play it a little bit. It's like a stock market almost. But that's down the road. It's not in the mod yet. What's up? Pro, if you're in the dev Discord, I put a post to the Reddit link in it. Could be added that while staff is telling when a block is selected and when its position got defined. Yeah, it's been a suggestion as well to somehow know where the rally point is. I haven't. We were talking through a couple ideas last night, but I haven't come up with one that's going to be a perfect solution yet, so still trying to think through what's the best way. I thought about drawing a line from the block that it's spawning at to the destination, but then there's distances involved where things in Minecraft don't render at certain distances and things like that. Or placing a flag, right, that shows where a rally point is, but then if it's an actual block, your enemy can see it, blah, blah, blah. Which may not be a good thing. You may not want your enemy to know where your rally point is. There's a few things that we're basically on this test server using as rules, where gentlemen's agreements, right? So that we don't have to code every single feature immediately, so that we can test with those playing it that way. So for example, we've got a gentleman's agreement right now where we don't use our diamond sword to attack buildings, we have to use our troops to attack buildings. We can still attack other players and their troops with our sword, so self-defense kind of thing, or even offense. But killing the buildings with your sword feels cheaty almost, right? It's too easy to just rush in by yourself with no troops and try and take out somebody's town hall or resource production with just a diamond sword. So I'll add it to the mod eventually, but for now it's just a gentleman's agreement. So I can't show you it right now because we're in the match, or it thinks we're in a match. But once we're done testing here, we stop the server. It does logging of troop numbers, resource gathering rates for each team, building numbers and things like that. And we have in our Discord a RTS bot channel, and I can issue a command after we stop the server and it's copied the logs over. Yes, you can only place it on the logs that are in the ground. So, right here. If you look at that block, you should be able to place it. And it's the same way for the mines and stuff too. So you have to be looking at those to get the white outline. No problem. So those stats, those pieces of information allow us to generate the graphs that we've got in the other channel there. So if I look at a game from before, you can see what our military power was in that match. You can see Team Blue had an early start or early lead in the military, but then was matched about in the middle of the game and surpassed by Team Green. And Team Green, I assume, ended up winning that one. Might have been our match last night, Gazer.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's on Smoothstone. So we've got different building styles that we're working through for each of the teams. I think all the teams, the lumber yards and all that look the same. They just have different banners in them. Same for the mine sites. Same for the farms. But like their town halls, their stables looks different. Research centers, some of them look different. So if you've ever played with vanilla Minecraft a lot, there's a structure file system or structure block that you can use. We've actually leveraged that in the mod to allow us to build these basically in survival on a different server and scan them in with the structure block. Okay, cool. And that's how we do this trick. Use it for mod pack, okay. And the destroyed state is just a different structure file. So it makes it really simple for me to do. So if you want, we can restart and actually play a match. I don't know if Gazer wants to, but Gazer's good at this.
I can. I was gonna fix all the maps though, so I can. I'll stick out and fix all the maps instead.
Okay. Yeah, you can do whatever you want on here, but when you're done, let me know, and we'll just restart the server, which will clear everything we've got here, and we can play fresh with an actual map, with an actual game. Now that you have some understanding of how it works. Now the question is, who's going to win? I was limited in production numbers by wood, which you went and got, so you should be able to outproduce me. One to 9 on the left. So those are your control groups. So if you have a group of units selected, hit Control Z, and that'll be the 1 on the left side of your screen. Control X is 2, C is 3, and so on. There's a couple of those keys that are automatic by Minecraft, like the narrator and stuff. So if you get too far along that bottom row of your keyboard, you'll eventually turn on narrator. But they're quick ways for you to access your troops later. Right, so if I unselect all my troops with the G key and then hit Z again, I select the number 1 control group. So most RTSs use control 1 through whatever, 1 through 9. We couldn't do that because that's your hotbar in Minecraft, and it would change which weapon you have in your hand. So I had to do the bottom row of the keyboard. The idea with that is, if you wanted to have your main attack come up the center, you could have them on control group 1, tell them to move in, and then on control group 2 you could have your archers and have them flank the enemy or something like that, right? So you can issue individual commands to a group of units in battle easily in a game that really doesn't let you do a box select type thing very easily. We tried adding box select, I don't know that it's useful. You can do it though. Yeah, I know Age of Empires. Heavily inspired by Age of Empires. Oh, sorry, Red, I didn't see your message. What are your plans for generating maps? Gazer. He has created these maps. I currently don't have a good plan for how the game can automatically create its own map, just because I think custom maps are going to be so much better. Right, it's something where this is intended to be played on a server. Right, that was my primary focus of this from the beginning. We have started to add a wave survival mode where you can play it single player if you wanted to. It's not ready yet, but it's there. That would probably also need a custom map. Because of the resource part, right? You need to place your lumber on a certain spot. There's also limitations to how big of an area you'd want to realistically play this in, right? You wouldn't want to play it in an infinite world. You're happy? Okay. You want to play a real one then? Okay. Stop. And that will restart in about 30 seconds. It'll be the same map this time. Currently, there's no way for us to automate choosing what the map is, so I've just been doing it manually. But it'll be the same map it was before if I don't choose a different one. Get ready to be destroyed? Okay, man. Getting your resources right at the beginning is important. Okay, I'll let you pick your team, so you can choose your favorite color. I'll just pick a different one after you're ready. You're gonna be... Oh no, I wasn't on a team. What the heck? Team, join, blue. I didn't let you click start, that's weird. Nah, it's good. I manually set myself to a team. I have commands. So I'm actually using the vanilla team system. As long as we don't crash my places down, it should be fun. Oh, currently it doesn't force you to place your town hall, but please do, otherwise there's no way to die. Gentleman agreement. Sure. Find a bug? It's very possible you'll find a bug. Don't think this is flawless, right? Yeah, because it's not. Oh. Yeah. It's kind of a bug just because I haven't put it in yet, but that's not intended functionality, I'd say. It's the cat song playing on my stream. Meow 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 song. So in case I was editing that video for Reddit till about 4 AM.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I post it now? People in Europe are already awake. I can post it now.
Because you didn't want to forget about it, obviously.
I was afraid I would sleep too long and then miss like
Yeah,
noontime in the United States, and then it would be too late for Europe. And I was like, no, I gotta do it. It's my cake day.
Yeah.
I just stayed up till 4 AM editing it. Threw it in there. I probably should have put that lumber yard there, that's okay. So if you're not seeing your resources go up, they go up every 10 seconds. Oh, so Red, I don't know if how long ago you said that, but yes, I do the vanilla team system for the mod. Because I wanted to... Is there a command to replace the town hall? If you mean like move it, no, it's stuck wherever you put it. You only get one right now. Considered making a research that you could unlock to buy another one, but haven't done it yet. Also need to take a strong look at how that would be gameplay wise. That might make the game a very long game if you buy too many of them. So it's going to be a very expensive thing. Okay. Doing some poor placement of my buildings here. There you go. And we need more of that. Okay, I need to get this node and I should be good. So if you start a research, make sure you place down a research center so that it actually works on it. Otherwise you're paying for the research and not actually getting any upper unlock. Enough room. Let's get lots of these. What? Come on, what's next? 340, not bad. Okay. How to select all the barracks. So if you want to give a rally point to all your barracks, right click on one, close that GUI out, then shift right click on the ground, and that's where all of the barracks for your team will move to within 32 blocks of the spot you click on the ground. Again, it was just a lag thing. No problem. Let's actually go for this research. Let's do what I was just talking about. Okay, now they all should go there. When you do that rally point, it's only going to do new troops to that spot. So anything that's already come out won't go there. And if you ever need to override one specific barracks, you can. Just don't shift when you click the ground. Like if you don't want them to go to the back of your base or something. And that one will have a further range, which you can do that out. Okay, so now we need to speed up this quite a bit. This is kind of a bigger map. Some of the smaller maps play faster. Because you're in close combat all the time. Get out of those things, that's not good, okay. Don't know that we can make much more of that. Let's see, so if I get rid of this, I can do one more. If you misplace one of your resource gathering things or barracks or whatever, you can destroy them yourself. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, there's a progress bar. Once you've selected it, it'll say a name down there and there'll be a bluish bar that fills up. Yeah, I'm saying it because I had to do it too. New own buildings. Come on, it needs to despawn though, that's the hard part, right? You have to wait for it to disappear. Okay, there you go. Get some more. Let's get some more of these lumberyards. When you first come under attack, so just to let you know, when you first come under attack, you do not get any notification right now. I would like to add some type of notification that, hey, a structure's under attack or these minions are under attack. It won't really tell you where, but just knowing that would be good. The problem and the reason I haven't done it yet is how do I make it so it's not too spammy, right? So that it tells you every single thing. Because it'd be very easy for someone to attack and you don't know until your building is destroyed. It does send you alerts when a building is destroyed because that's a significant event. You need to know when your barracks lost, your town hall, whatever, okay? So you'll see a toast message in your upper right hand corner of your screen. And then it'll be in chat as well for you. So there might be something where your first attack it tells you and then it waits X number of seconds or minutes to tell you again or something. I don't know. It's probably the best I can come up with. Okay, then we're about to have a research complete from me. So we want to get ready for that. We're going to turn this off momentarily so that that goes away. Okay, so they're all gone, so let's put this back on. Now we've effectively converted what we're recruiting now. So let's grab these guys, put them here. Actually, let me do this first. Control group 1. 2. You are going to be group 3. And 1, 2. Welcome ice cold to the Discord if you're watching. Okay. You are control group 1. Group 2. Blue, no archers yet because I haven't researched them yet. It's down there in the bottom right, almost. Group 3, move up, please. Oh wait, not down. Hey, thank you for the subscription, Isaac. Come on, guys, get in here. It should all be selected. You are control group 3. Control group 1. 3, 2. Oh, we got some guys on 2 control groups. Oops. Hey, it's okay. Everybody go in. This is where we can place things down now because we've got it unlocked. Let's see, we're probably close enough. Do that. And queue them up. Squad 1, go over there. Squad 2, come over here. No, 1, you need to go over here. What are you doing? 3, you stay there. 1, take that out. 1, take that out. There we go. 3, getting that. Go back and get them. Maybe number 4, I guess. Well, 1, 2, 3, come over here. 4, come over here. Oh. Oh, okay. Good game. I didn't realize I was up close to your town hall with my guys. I was trying to keep them away from it. I guess they must have been too close to it before I realized it. So, I will say one thing. This main area with no resources in it, it's okay to place things out here that are barracks, you know, unit production stuff. But typically having your town hall back inside behind those bigger walls is a little bit easier to defend. Just because there's a choke point there that you can put all your troops at and stop somebody from coming through as easy. And it's just this map kind of thing. Right? So what'd you think? Ways I can improve the mod? Did I waste 2 months of my life? Now the game stats? Okay, so we need to restart the server for that, for it to grab the logs. Cool, glad you like it. I'm gonna hit stop on the server, and then we can do the game stats over in Discord then. So the RTS bot channel, give it like 5 seconds here for it to copy stuff. Game stats. And it's going to spit out a bunch of charts in a second. There they are. Military power. That's the most interesting one, the military power chart. So you can see I had a slight... Oh, wait, was I yellow or you yellow? You were yellow. I had a slight group of troops initially just to keep for defenses, right? But we kind of had that same initial trajectory, right? We were both going at a fairly decent clip up on our troops. It's just you had a couple flatline spots there. Maybe that's where you were struggling for resources or something. I don't know. How about getting resources by destroying buildings? No, that's a new suggestion. I don't know about that one. I'll have to think on that one a bit. So our economic power, we were pretty close early on and then started pulling away. That could be resources that were useless for me though, right? You want for far resources? Okay. Yeah, that's another thing about having troops initially inside your base. You're close to the resources if you need to grab some more. Not that you did anything wrong though. And then if we pull up another chart here, blue team's troops, if you look at this, you can see you had primarily minions, and then you switched to pikemen partway through. Or I guess that was me. That was me. And then I had some archers as well. Yep, a speed effect would be nice. It's been suggested by just about everyone except for me. So initially the game was a running simulator and it was brutal because you had to go back to the town hall to buy anything. Adding the Y screen has certainly helped with that, but everyone still wants a speed boost. My hesitation in adding a speed boost or horse or whatever else that make you faster is you will outrun your troops, and you can already do that a little bit now. So issuing commands for them, you'll have to stop and wait on them anyway. There was also suggested a speed boost in the first X number of minutes to get your town hall placed, your resources placed, etc., and then just let it expire. Speed 1, just for testing. If I can sort out the speed 1 command. I'm not very good with speed, the potion effect commands, but we can try it. The only part I'm not sure about is where I need to give the command for how long it is. So let me pick blue again, assuming you want yellow. The only difference in the teams is you know, your team color and the building appearance. They all have the same resources, rates, and everything. Stats, basically. You will see that there's production down the bottom left. Just ignore it. As soon as you buy something, it's cleared out. We can change the speed without using potions. Just potions is an easy way for us to do it here. So effect at A, give at A, Minecraft speed, a number of seconds. Okay, it's gonna be a long time. Level 1. We've got speed 1. Oh, go ahead and start. Is that speed 1 or is that as higher level speed? That feels like it's speed 2. Oh well. And it should last basically infinitely, because I gave it a huge number. It should make for a quicker start, I'll say that. As long as you don't bottleneck yourself with resources at some point. You don't buy too much and then be waiting to purchase more stuff if you don't have resources. Like, I'm just about done with this thing, that's cool. Let's get a stone. My daughter's asking for something. Okay, there we go. Stone. Oh, it was iron, dang it. I need food like crazy. I'm gonna avoid this lumber spot on that side at least. Put it there instead. I also think if we have speed, the minions are never going to kill you unless it's archers. You can just run away from them. They're basically useless against players. Not that that's our primary use, but there are times when you want to be able to kill a player. That way they can't control their troops anymore, for example. What am I doing? Let me go this way. I am an addict. I have time off, Reaper. I'm going to use it. It's up till 4 AM editing that video, man. Posted it on Reddit. got a bunch of people's attention and had them join Discord and stuff. I'm playing with one of them now. Thank you. And Reaper, the only reason that the green team wasn't in there, after you had left, I looked at the footage we recorded, and it was all corrupted. It wouldn't play. So we had to record more stuff after you left. It's a shame too, because I really liked some of those shots. It still turned out good, but it could have been better with some of the epic shots of the base and stuff we had, showing the Nether factions building style and stuff, right? Just assume Gazer's battle was bad. No, I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just that the video file was corrupted. I didn't have the right settings in OBS when we recorded it. As soon as I changed it, it started working again. No, I can't. Like, it's a black screen when I look at it. If I put it into Premiere where I can edit the video, it's a black screen with a small green cube in the middle of it. That's the entire video. Oh, I think I deleted them because it was just garbage.
Let's face it, Reaper, my battle was just better.
So I did edit all of the individual clips together in a way where if you're watching it, it's like they show Blue's base, they show Red's base, and then Red's army's marching out, right? And then Blue's getting attacked by Red. And then Blue repels the attack, and then the next thing is Blue's at Red's gates trying to go in, right? And then knocking down the walls and taking out their base. So it's a little bit of a back and forth to it, just by changing the order from what we recorded the map to be something to fit, basically.
I noticed that last time I looked at it. It was a good video.
Wasn't sure how obvious it was in 2 minutes. I will say, last I checked, which is probably over an hour or two ago, before I got on here, that was on its way to be one of my better videos on my channel, like viewer-wise. It had 700 views in the little bit of time it was up already. What? Yeah, agree, Lennon. It definitely needs to be fixed. It's just it doesn't actually affect gameplay. That's why it's been lower priority right now. Like, it's not gonna spit those troops out as soon as you buy the first thing. It clears it. Should be a very simple fix though. I just need to send the packet when you connect that says, "Hey, your queue is empty." Okay, now we can start this. And let's see if we can do that one. We can, awesome. And we're gonna need more of these. And I want some of this for now. Is that as much as we can do there? No. This we can put some down that we don't really need, so we'll just put them quick. This would be nice to get more of. Can't though. Oh, but we can here. Cool. I just realized that one of my songs I have playing says "Let's stay up all night." I wonder if that's been subliminally influencing me by not paying attention to the words to make me stay up as late as I have been.
Being manipulated by your own song.
Yeah, my own song that I didn't pay attention to the lyrics close enough, I guess. There we go. Yes. Oops. Can't put one in there. No. I've been playing my own mod instead of improving my own mod too much. Probably after this match, I probably should step away from the computer for a bit and come back and what's the word I want to use? Start working on new features and improvements. Because I don't want it to get stale. What the heck? Why aren't these guys moving? Come on, boys. Move here. There we go. Must not have been clicking the ground good enough. I do need to exercise. I've been trying to do some exercise every single day for a couple months now, and I've been lacking this week just because of the holidays and stuff, right? Am I doing single player? What do you mean? Right now I'm playing against Lennon. Hey Edwig, Happy New Year. So fast. It's amazing. Oh. Okay, so there's that bug. Do that one. And now we can do these guys. So let's see. Oh wait, we need this first. Now we can do those guys. Let's turn this off though, so that that goes away, and then we can do get back on. What's your issue with the research tab? Basically, when I'm clicking up here, if you drag, it thinks that you're trying to drag this view around and it gets all confused. So I need to limit the bounding box where I'm checking where you're clicking at for dragging the view. I know how to fix it, I just haven't tried. Because it's easy enough, just click it again and you're good. It's a minor little bug. There's lots of little minor bugs that need to polish this thing. Part of me wants to fix all the little minor stuff like that so it's real polished, and part of me wants to just add new stuff all the time. So like this, I can definitely outpace these guys without even jumping. Let's go ahead. Okay, good. You do have armor. I was hoping that you were that far along already to have something. I feel bad being the person that's created this and working on it for a couple months, attacking somebody that's playing it for the first time. Come on, boys, stay over here. Oh no, there's another army here. Crap. I didn't know you had more reinforcements to come another way. Oh no. Oh, they're getting me. And you've got pikemen mixed in. And this is where my speed comes in handy. I can get away from them now. They're not going to kill me at all. Just outpace them all. I could even outpace Lancers, which are the fastest unit. Tail anymore. Let's gotta go. Man. Actually ran out of resources for a second, so my cube stopped. Oh. No! Rip the forward base. Why is it's on? Oh, I don't have the diamonds for it. Okay. I didn't realize I didn't have diamonds. Retreat. Retreat more. These guys are still following? Dang. They're persistent, that's for sure. I Hate fighting baby zombie-sized mobs in Minecraft. Yeah. Hey, you repelled attack. I don't know how many I had in it, but it wasn't small. And there was quite a few advanced units in there. I'm gonna clear the weather just so that we don't have extra lag from it. I think units are kind of spammy at the beginning. Really? There's definitely spammy at the end. That's partially intentional. Okay, let's infinite that. And move forward this. Control group 1. Two, and then we'll just spawn here, please. Okay, let's keep that production going. Let's get that unlocked. Let's set the rally point for this one too. We'll just do it individually. Ready for what? Go, mixed unit type advantage. Oh, lag's fine. This clearing lag is what this is doing, man. Holy crap, the number of units you have, that's insane, man. Pikeman OP 2020. Please nerf. So their pike that they carry has a lot of attack damage. Plus they have absolutely no knockback on them. Which I'm not sold on. Someone suggested it, so I put it on there, but I don't know that it's right for them. It's definitely right for the Lancers. Because they're intended to counter archers. Ah! Can't eat quick enough. There we go. Ah! It's all good. I did lose my potion effect though, so I'm gonna give it to both of us again. So we would have to reset that after every death, it looks like, if we did add it. Oh. That's why my army was as small as it was. Okay. That helps. Let's see, can I get everybody selected in one group, please? Weather! Go away. Is he coming or going? Looks like he's going. Come on, boys. Do this formation, please. There we go. Stand your ground! Defend your homelands! For blueness! Okay, so the tactic I used there was to bait some of his troops towards my troops, so that we would have a numbers advantage over the fact that they were OP. Dang, those guys hit hard. Okay, let's come back here. Keep coming, guys. I think you can outrun those guys and go there, because this is our reinforcements coming up to meet you, along with whatever we have in the back of the base. Oops, wrong key. Formation this way, guys. Turn your sides to them. Hey X, welcome to the Discord if you're watching the stream. Or Heeks, I guess, maybe. How do you pronounce it? Oh, and there's the knock at the door. I will step away for just a moment.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me I won't put out if it gets too dark.
Okay, I'm back. Which way's our way? Which way's our base? Oh yeah. So there should be way too many units on the server by now, right? Which is evidenced by the fact that they shot me like a rocket when I got close to them. And they are moving slow. Let's clear the weather again. And game rule, do weather cycle. False. Yep, the lag is real right now. We've got too many troops. Which means it's time for a battle! Dude, you are so hosed against that many. There we go. That single pikeman didn't stand a chance against these guys. Let's get them over there. And we'll set that as our primary group. Get their secondaries in. Secondaries, come with me. And let's go ahead. We've got a surplus of something. Okay. I see the mistake in my plan. It's called They Are Thousands. Move in, boys. Do what you can. Hold out as long as you can. Holy crap. They're on their own now. I tried to participate in that battle, and that was a mistake. Far too many. So, Gazer, this is a new turtle move, I think, that we have not tried. To take your troops and have them all go to your town hall.
No, we haven't tried that.
No, we haven't. It's a great move, because if you try and attack
It's a great move.
they're all there.
Game might end in lag. Unicap, maybe.
Unicap maybe, but like it was laggy while I was moving across initially, but it's fine now again.
Yeah. That, and I have no idea how to sort out for multiple players, you know. It's fine if you have a unicap of 200 for... I mean, well, not fine, but if you set a unicap of 200 for 4 players, then...
Put the max unicap just in the config. Like,
Put eight players in, and they can all... Oh, I suppose you only got 4 teams. So even if you have multiple people in the same team, you can't increase that.
archers! What?
Holy moly.
Wow. Yeah, so I think the number of teams and stuff, don't even worry about setting that. Just set a max unit cap. Divide whatever that is by the number of teams that are playing. If we do unit caps at all.
What I'm saying is that you already have 4 teams. So if there's one person on Team Blue, then they have a unit cap of say 400. If there's 2 people on Team Blue, then them combined have a unit cap of 400. Sorry. So it makes no difference really. You have a max always of 400 per team.
And what I'm saying is have the game figure out how many teams are actively playing. So if there's nobody on a team, increase all of the teams' unit cap.
Okay, yeah,
so that there's a
bit...
max on the server of X number of entities.
That's a little bit right, I guess.
That way, if it's a 1v1, you can play with more units. If it's a 1v1v 1v1, then still the same number of total units on the server. It's just each team has less. If that makes sense. Let's turn that off for just a moment so that we can do this. And I don't know how to crack this nut. We can go that. Will certainly help. That's probably the way to do it. Like, I'm using a mix of minions, knights, and advanced knights, and getting beat back. And advanced knights are very tanky. So
you just don't have the numbers.
I don't have. Oh, I've sent 200-300 people at him at a time. It's just I think he's got 400 or 500 inside his base at the time. Come on.
Showing you up, man.
Yeah. So, Blue, you had the same thought that I had, basically, and that is I really should be logging as part of my data collection that we're doing for like unit counts and buildings and all this. Let's start logging the TPS of the server. It's only going to be a thing that's done every 10 seconds, but if we can start to see there's 600 units on the server and that's when TPS drops, we'll know what it should be for us, right?
Probably do you have an indicator of total units? Sure, sure, that's very easy. You just add them up from all the teams. But
yeah, exactly. So the graphing that we've got already will show us, total troops for each team and all that stuff.
And overall on the server.
Yes.
How about entities on the server?
Entities on the server? No, it's just the troops. But we do have building counts, so if we really wanted to, we could say this building type has 4 block or 4 targets, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we can pause. I will say I can't play super longer, so we will need to end this in the next, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, if possible. So, Blue, another person in our community knows Python from their job and knows matplotlib or something like that from it. So where you've created a Python script that runs on my server that we can call from the Discord bot, and it executes the logging basically. Okay, Lennon, just let me know when you're back.
Okay, all the maps have been updated with beer grass, except for 2, which I can't find the files for. But
Dropbox? All the original
they're
files.
all in Dropbox, and the only 2 are the least date modified. So what was it called? November time they were edited.
Gotcha. So I'll have to grab those some other time. So another thing I want our bot to do is let it pick what the next map is. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. And you could tell it random, and then every time games is stopped, then it will just choose that randomness for that.
Oh no, I was thinking Discord. You type in map, next map, green fields.
Next map.
That's what it goes to when the server restarts.
Or next map, random. Yeah.
I didn't even think about random, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, fine. Next map, green fields, same. Yeah.
I just didn't think of it because I figured
You can just put the name down.
we might know better what map is best. Meaning, if it's a map that has a good thing for 4 players, we're going to want to pick one for 4 players, right? If we got only 2 players playing, then we don't want necessarily the largest map.
Yeah. Nonsense.
Putting some intelligence into what we do. Jeez.
Nonsense. Not making enough units, Tech. Gotta steal those diamonds.
Yeah, no. He's not here though, so I'm not going to be doing things like that. The game's running itself, so.
How about research, Tech? Oh, it's not like you've got any units for.
I have research that's been completed that I want to start using when he comes back.
Trebuchets.
No, they're not in yet, but yeah, that'd be cool. Even it's just the oh crap factor of it, because it's not going to do anything, right?
No.
Just seeing it start spamming like it does. Okay, Blue. Catch you later, man. Hopefully he comes back soon. Before the server starts crying again. Right, how bad is it? Yeah, it's going to start crying. Might have something to do with the hundreds of units that I have here. Let's see how many do I have.
And the possibly infinite loop set on his as well.
Yeah. I have 260 just outside of my base.
Doom.
Basically.
Alright, yeah. I'm leaving it. And I've removed that ugly wall of dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's ugly.
So, the map I created, the Hell's Gate one, and there's another map I created too that we need to re-export from there. Oh, the Oasis one? Did you notice?
Oh, yeah.
We...
I do not know. Where do you place them?
Huh?
Where have you placed them?
I was in the Discord. I put a picture of it from Warpainter. It, what do I say? We tried playing it.
Yes, the Oasis, yeah.
But it had... I was playing it in single player and then uploaded it. So it had all the structures for like Team Yellow already in it or whatever.
I actually saw that happen.
So we need to correct that one That's on me to do, so I'm not asking you to do it, but I need to correct that one so that what's the word I want to use? It doesn't have that other team. So I think that'll be a pretty cool map to play in. It's big enough like you can like this, it's spread out, you can have some breathing room. But also it's crowded. So the outer edge there's lots of room, but that inner ring where there's grass, that's where like you have to place your farms, diamonds and gold. Right? So everybody's in the center competing for those critical resources. In the wood, stone, and iron are in the outer sandy region. And everybody starts in the island in the center of the water. So you have to swim out of that into...
Hunger Games style.
Basically.
I've added a pool to jump into on that one that had the spawn.
Oh, okay. Is it like jumping into a thimble, though, where it's going to be near impossible?
So I've added a pool and I die because you have no spawn point, so it'll probably be spawn that you spawn.
Okay, get your back, Lennon, because we need to start killing things on the server to avoid major lag. It's about to happen. It's already starting, but the hundreds of units is going to be a problem.
Absolute doom.
Oh boy. I've got too many troops to select all of them, I think. I got 350 here. Oh, that might be the most I've had in an actual match. I've had more than that single player. Oh no, you've started recruiting more advanced troops too, dang it. This is not going to be good for either one of us. 200 archers? Dang. Get up there, boys. Take part in this battle, all of you. You all need to go to your death somehow. Don't just single file it. I hate it when they do that. It's like, I'm waiting for my turn in battle next. You just need to get it there and rush it, guys. So y'all can fight as one big unit.
Yeah.
There we go. Now they're going in. Reinforcements! But mixing in the pikemen seems to have helped. They helped murder while the other guys tanked the damage from them. Their potion effects were off again? I think they did, didn't they? Maybe I died. I don't know. There's our potion effects. Come on, boys. We're doing this. Don't you all come right here, right now. It's past your bedtime. Oh, the slideshow begins. All of them moving, attacking each other. They're not happy right now. Take out his armory. Don't let him make units. That's what I should be targeting. I should be targeting its troop production. boys, what are you doing out here? Come on. No. You decided to pathfind through the wall, huh? Come on, boys, we have a chance of doing this. Get in there. Yes, we took it down. I'm assuming your resources are high enough that taking out your resource production is not going to matter. Mine's pretty high. Ah! Pushing it back. Go. This might end up being a stalemate. The final battle? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Very ominous, or ominous? Ominous.
Hey Tech, what do you need in a world to actually save it?
To what?
A world file. What do you actually need of the parts? Because I've loaded the world now. I've forgotten what parts you need. Like the level.dat.
Oh, so the level, the session lock, I think it is, was what you sent me before, and the region folder. Those three things are what I upload every time. Now, there might be other things that we're missing out on, but that's been working for us so far. Come on, wreck them. Get in there. Kill it. Kill it all. Gang up on him. Yes. The armor stands stuck. Stay behind. Great. Go attack that. There's 31 of those things left. Jeez. Okay. No.
Do you not win?
I'm not sure what he's up to there. He might be trying to build barracks over my place or something. I don't know. Oh, didn't win yet, but his town hall is pretty damaged. All speed's missing. Yeah, he died. That's why. There you go. Oops. There you go.
Right, I'm done. I'm gonna be off for a bit.
Okay.
See you guys later.
So this is not building inside your area, but this is something that we probably wouldn't be able to do later on once I make a change to the mod, and that is place buildings not adjacent to your other buildings, because it's kind of cheaty to be able to run into someone's base and just place down a barracks inside their base right next to the town hall. We've collectively kind of agreed that was a thing that we should not allow. How I implement that exactly is kind of still up in the air, but thinking adjacency, meaning you have to be close to something else that's yours. No, so far away. You're gonna beat back everything I just placed down, aren't you? Yep, there's the messages. Barracks destroyed. For blueness. No. Eat arrows, yeah. You guys get in here first. Line up this way, please. Hold your ground. Ah, no. Bad things. Go. This might finally give you game, I don't know. It's gonna be close, man. There it is. Wow. That was a good game, man. That strategy of putting your troops on the town hall makes it very difficult. I want to see in spectator how many barracks and things you had. It just seems like you just had massive numbers all the time. Just the 5? Wow. Oh, but you had barracks behind your town hall. Okay, so there was at least, what, 1, 2, 3 there, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you definitely had troop production on me. It's easy. Because I had maybe 5 or 6 in my base. I really don't know, but it's just every time I got here, you had massive numbers. So, thanks for playing with me. I do need to get off the computer for a while, stand up, walk around a little bit, stuff like that. I likely will stream later on tonight. Appreciate it, Lennon. I'll catch everyone later. You want revenge later? Okay, man. I'm in the US, so it might be late for you. Yeah, once we do a stop on the server, I'll do stats, so you can check that out. Bye, everyone.